What's up, YouTube? It's GatorGuy108. I'm trying out a new series called What Grinds My Gears. It's basically going to be me talking about some machine decks because those are supposed to be pretty good for next format. It's kind of going to be like MCole's 40 Perfecting the Gadgets thing, except I'm calling it a different name and it's going to be about different things. So I hope you guys enjoy it. First off, I want to talk about machina stuff or machiners, whatever you want to call them. If you guys didn't realize this yet, or if you haven't played against one of these decks, like an actual good version, it's actually a very, very good deck. And it's actually meta somewhat. It has very good potential. It could possibly run the format if you make a good build. So, for the first episode of What Grinds My Gears, I'm going to be talking about in machinas, whether you want to run a gadget engine, or this other kind of engine with like Union Monsters and Oilman and Machine Dupe. So I'm just going to go through and explain pretty much what this stuff does and how it would work with gadgets and how it will work with the Union build. So first off, you of course got the Boss Monster and the other things that support it. Machina Fortress, I've told you guys what this does, but if you need me to remind you, you discard machine types which equal level 8 or higher to special summon him from the graveyard or hand, and then when he's destroyed by battle, you pop a card on your opponent's field, and when he's targeted by an opponent's monster effect, you look at their hand and dump a card. So he's really versatile, 2500 attack points. Really, really good. He only has 7 stars, so you can't just discard him to special summon one, but he's still a really good card. And you could discard cards like Machina Force, who is a 10-star monster, and it's pretty funny when you search him out with your gear frame because he has 4600 attack points, and your opponent is kind of intimidated by him, except you can't even special summon him, so I just find that funny. And then of course gear frame, when you summon him, you could search out any of the machinas in the deck and add him to your hand, so he's like a little Stratos. And some other support cards they have is Shredder, of course. His effect, you could dump a machine type monster and then pop a card in your opponent's field that has the same amount of stars or less. Of course, Machiner's Force is a 10 stars, so you could basically pop anything. And Machina's Fortress is a 7, so that's pretty good. And you want him in the graveyard, because his effect still works in the graveyard, so it's always good to dump a Shredder. And then Machina Armored Unit, this card is really good. It's like a whirlwind. Basically, when one of your machine type monsters are destroyed, you could search your deck for a machine type with the same attribute but with less attack and special summon it. So it's a really good engine. You can keep using it and using it. Like, this guy gets destroyed, you summon him. He gets destroyed, you summon Shredder. It's just a really good engine. And of course, Solidarity, since you're going to be running pretty much straight up machines, they all gain 800, which is a really big attack boost. And if they destroy a Machina with 800 on this thing, like let's say you got a gear frame with Solidarity, so he's at 26, they destroy him by battle, you could search out a Fortress who goes to 33, so that's pretty cool. So that's pretty much like the whole main idea of what's good in the deck. So now I'm going to discuss what would be better, a gadget engine or a Union engine. Now of course gadgets are +1s in the deck. You know, you summon one, you search one. They're Earth machine types, which works with the Armored Unit and the Solidarity. They're all 4 stars, so you could 1-for-1 with Shredder. So they're just a really constant flow of +1s. They're beaters when you have Solidarity out, and it's pretty good. Now this engine, Machina Peacekeeper, Machine Dupe, and 2 Oilmen. Basically, Machina Peacekeeper, when he's sent from the field to the graveyard, you search a Union type monster from your deck to the hand. So these guys are Unions. You could search another one. And also Gear Frame's a Union type, so I really like searching him to get Gear Frame. And all these little guys have 500 attack or less, so you could dupe them out. And also this guy, he's a Union type also, so you can equip him to one of your machine type monsters, then they have to destroy him, and then he gets his effect since he's sent to the graveyard. You know, you can machine dupe 3 out, and then maybe they torrential and you get to search 3 Unions. And Oilman, he's basically Spirit of the Six Samurai for machines. You equip him, he's a Union type, so you can search him out. With this dude, you equip him with machine type monster, and when that machine type monster destroys a monster by battle, you draw a card. And then, of course, they have to kill the Union monster before they kill the machine. So, I don't know. I like this build a lot because you get gear frame more often because you use these things. And it also works really good with armored unit because you could search your low monsters like Oilman and Machine Peacekeeper when something small gets destroyed. And, of course, Solidarity is always good because it gives them a little boost. And Machine Dupe's a great +1 with these guys. So, also, I'm going to show you like some cards you can run with it. Since you run gadgets, you can run cards like Book of the Moon and Shrink because they can be bigger beaters with support cards like this. And with this kind of engine, you can run cards like Creature Swap or other bad Union monsters, which I don't really recommend, but you could still run them if you want to. But Creature Swap is always fun when you could Creature Swap with Peacekeeper, like Machine Dupe them, swap it. It's pretty good. Gets you some advantage. So that's pretty much it. I want you guys to put your comments down there on what you think would be better, running a gadget engine or running a Union engine. I prefer the Union engine because I like it, and it's pretty funny when you could summon Oilman. And that's pretty much it. So just put your comments down there if you like this series. I'll keep doing it. I just want to say this series, like, it won't just be Machinas. I could do Cyber Dragons. I could do other kind of machine decks. So just so you guys know that. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the series. Once again, comment, and that's it. Peace.